Assalamualaikum and a very good day to you all. Welcome to DM025. This is the first chapter, limit. Okay, so the learning outcome is you will be able to state the limit of a function fx as x approaches a given value. Okay, so let's get started with the definition. Okay, so if fx, what is fx? Fx is a function. Okay, so let's consider this x-axis and the y-axis over here. Okay, what is fx? Fx is a function. So this is our fx. Okay, so as if fx becomes closer and closer to a single number L. Okay, so where is this L might be? L is a y value over here. Okay, that trace back from the function lah. Okay, so the tracing must come from the value of x. So what is the value of x? It approaches to a value a. When x get closer to a from right hand side, a get closer from right hand side. In limits, we write it like this. This is not means that a is positive. It's not. It means a from the right hand side, from the right, or a from the left. So there are two kinds of side lah. So x approaches a from right hand side or from left hand side, as written over here. S approaches a from either side. Okay. If we look over here, if a gets closer, if x gets closer to a from right hand side, over here, like this green color I wrote, so does the value of y. It gets closer to L. Okay, so when a gets closer, when x gets closer to a from left hand side, so does the value of y. That is why we can say, if this is happen like this, we can write it in another way. This sentence is very long. So how to write it mathematically? We can write limit, lim, just take the first three letters of fx, okay, as x approaches a, equals L. So this is the definition and this is the way to write it correctly. Okay, so let's consider the first example. Okay, so the numbers is supposed to be not to be there. Tak apalah. Okay, now so we want to find, we want to know the behavior of the function. The function is x squared plus, x squared plus 1. X squared plus 1. Okay, maybe I hide the number first from you. It's not surprise anymore lah if you can see kan. Okay, but the x is already there. Tak apa. Okay, so the function is x squared plus 1. Okay, and we want to know the behavior of the function as x approaches 0. So there are two kinds of approaching. We can approach 0 from the right. 0 from the right. We can approach 0 from the left. This symbol does not mean 0 positive. No, it doesn't mean like that. The meaning of this symbol is as I said just now. Okay, 0 pula. Sorry, 0 from the right. Okay. For this one pula, it's 0 from the left. Okay, so we want to find out the value. Okay, so you can get your calculator and calculate together with me. Okay, now we consider from the right first. Okay, this one first. Okay, this one first. So we start with value of 1. Okay, so we key in 1 inside this function. What we get? We get 2. Yeah. Okay, next we make it closer to 0. We make it smaller, 0.5. Okay, now we calculate again. 0.5 squared plus 1 is what? Is 1.25. Okay, now we make the value closer. We make it smaller. Okay, we want to get it closer to 0. We must get it smaller lah. And then we put inside this function. Okay, and then we get 1.0625. Okay, now you see from 2 it becomes 1.5 and it becomes 1.0625. It gets closer to a certain value. Okay, we want to know, we have to key in more the number. So now 0.001. 0.001. We key in, we get 1.0000001. Okay, now that is the trend or the values that we might get if we want to find x, the value of y when x approaches 0 from the right. Now we want to find the value when 0 approaches from the left. Okay, now the value is, the first one is -1, so we get 2. Okay, next is negative half. Okay, and the value is 1.25. Okay, the next one is minus 0.25. The value is 1.0625. The next one is minus 0.001. And the value is 1.000001. Now, as we can see over here, when the x is closer to 0, so these are the value. So it tends to a value of what? 1. Okay, so from here, the limit of x squared plus 1 as x approaches 0 is 1. So that is the answer for this one. Okay, now we can trace this, we can sketch. We can get the same thing if we sketch it over here. Okay, so this is x-axis, this is y-axis. Now what is y? Y is a function. Function something like this. So this is our fx lah. This is x squared plus 1. Now where is 1? Where is this value? X is 1 is over here. Okay, so x1 is over here. Maybe I put it over here. 1. So when x is 1, what is the value of y? The value of y is 2 over here. So this is 2. Now, when it's half, half is somewhere here, isn't it? Okay, now what is the y? Y is 1.25. And then 0.25 is half of it. And then the get, now you see over here, the value tends to get smaller. I cannot write lah. The value is this lah, 1.0625, but I cannot write over there because it doesn't fit. Okay, now 0.001 is somewhere here. So it get closer to value of 1 over here. So if we get it approaches from the left, so where is -1? This is -1. Get approaches to 2. Okay, minus 0.5 minus 0.5 is 1.25. Okay, we take another half, minus 0.25 approaches this value, and minus 0.0001 is this value. That's why when when x approaches 0 from the left, this one 0 from the left, and this one is 0 from the right. It gets approaches to 1, the value that we want to find. Okay, so I think that's all for the definition. So I leave you with an exercise for you to do on your own. So maybe I zoom it out for you to see as a whole. I think you can see that I cannot make it even smaller. That's better. Okay, so you can pause this value to see or take a screenshot of this question. Okay, so I think that's all. Thank you for your time and attention. Assalamualaikum. Have a good day.